a terrible place, and there's nowhere good to fucking eat them also. So I went to Subway today, which is fine. It's typically frustrating, whatever, you know. So I go to Subway, and there's a dude in front of me. And, like, I walk in where he's already told the lady what he wants. Seeing what she's preparing, he's getting a steak and cheese sub. Okay?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question and see if you know this. How many slices of cheese do they put on a 6-inch sub at Subway?
Well, they have them in the triangle, so it's usually
Right.
like 2 or 3, maybe.
2, right. 2.
2, okay.
2. They always put 2.
Right.
If you want more, it's extra.
Sure.
She puts the 2 on there. He goes, "You only put 2 on that?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's what we always do." He's like, "Well, can I get 3?" And so she like kind of rolls her eyes and does it or whatever. And, you know, she's microwaving the fucking steak. Well, I'm doing air quotes steak. We're going to call it fucking steak.
Right.
But, and the dude is like, so she gets the steak out and she's like, "What do you want on it?" And he was like, "I want the mayonnaise on the bread first."
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, really? The bread has been ready for like 5 minutes while the shit in the microwave's cooking, motherfucker. You could have been like,
right.
Put mayonnaise on the bread before you put the fucking cheese on the bread. So she takes the cheese off. She takes the steak off. She puts the mayonnaise on, and she puts all that shit back on the fucking sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like he's thinking critically
Meticulous,
about. Yes,
yeah.
he really wants this to be the best fucking sandwich he's ever fucking had. And then he's like, he sits there and, you know, she gets all that fixed up. And he's looking over. She's like, "You want anything else?" And he stands there and he peruses all the fucking vegetables for like 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You've been to Subway.
Yeah.
It's
always the same.
Yeah, it doesn't take you 30 seconds to figure out what
No.
the fuck you want. I know what I want when I walk in there. Anyway, so he's looking over the vegetables and he looks back to the meat. And I'm like, "Oh, motherfucker."
Really?
Yeah. And he's like, "Is it extra to put pepperoni on that steak and cheese?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's extra." He's like, "All right." Then he goes back to perusing the vegetables. And I'm like, "Holy shit, I just want a fucking sandwich. Like, I just want a sandwich. I want to eat and I want to go back to work." So he looks over all the vegetables. Again, another 30 seconds, which doesn't seem like a lot when talking about it.
Sure. But
when you're at Subway, like, this is not fucking rocket science. So he like looks over the vegetables and she's like, "Well, would you like anything?" He's like, "Salt and pepper."
Jesus Christ. It's almost like you should punch him in the face.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Oh, really? You had to look over everything and just decide that you wanted salt and pepper?"
Mm.
So she put the salt and pepper on the side and she's like, "Is that it?" And he's like, "Yeah." She starts to wrap it like they always do at Subway. And he goes,
Stop her.
"Yeah." He goes, "Wait a minute.
Oh.
Can you put the pepperoni on there anyway?" I'm like, "Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, God. I hope you choke and die on that fucking sub, you son of a bitch."